Hey y'all, welcome to the Undrunken Podcast. I'm your host Courtenay, and each week we talk real life beyond the bottle. What it means to dump the drink, live life fully, freely, and undrunken. Let's get into it. What's up, y'all? Welcome back to another episode of the Undrunken Podcast. I am so glad you are here with me today. Thank you for joining me. Today we're talking about Thanksgiving, the holiday where we stuff our faces, deal with sometimes challenging family dynamics, and of course, get asked 17 times if we want just one drink. And listen, I love gratitude, I love connection, and I love mashed potatoes. But damn it, if the holidays also come with a lot of expectations, traditions, social pressure, celebrations, and sometimes really outdated ideas about what celebrating is supposed to look like. So today, I want to give you something real. A mashed potato, if you will, of gratitude, grounding, and practical as fuck tips for navigating Thanksgiving. Undrunken, confident, and able to be yourself. But before I do, I want to take a moment and say thank you. Your listening, your support, it means the absolute world to me. And I want to encourage you also to thank yourself. Thank yourself for showing up here, for thinking about how alcohol affects your life and wanting to be better. Whether you are fully sober, curious, just leaning into intentionally drinking less, wherever you are on the road of life, you are undrunken. You are part of this. Awake in a world full of people asleep at the wheel. So forgive the past and where have you been, and love the part of you that was maybe ugly or thoughtless with your drinking. I'm reminded today of a part of the song Forgive by Trevor Hall, where he says, "Forgiveness is forgiving, so give yourself this gift from time to time." So fucking powerful, y'all. I'm also thinking of Ho'oponopono. And for those of you that don't know what that is, this is a Hawaiian practice for making things right, reconciliation, and forgiveness. And originally, it was practiced communally, facilitated by a kahuna, which is a healer or a priest. And I was taught it as a form of meditation to help with healing and taking responsibility for one's experiences. It's a 4-phrase mantra. I'm sorry. Please forgive me. Thank you. I love you. And this has been a huge part of my healing and forgiveness to myself and to others, as well as a direct channel to gratitude for myself, for every person, and every experience I've had. Which brings me back to my main focus today, gratitude. So let's get into it. Okay, first things first. Gratitude is not a Pinterest board or some wellness retreat t shirt. Gratitude actually rewires your brain. Well, I said that actually is really a weird sound. It's a neuron brain hack, really. And when you intentionally practice gratitude, your brain has a hard time holding fear or anxiety at the same time as gratitude. So that it pulls you out of that scarcity or that disempowering mindset. It reminds you of what's good and what's working and what's possible. It's literal programming for a state of empowerment to create a future you want. And when you're choosing life without alcohol, whether you're sober, curious, taking a break, or fully undrunken, gratitude becomes a fucking superpower. It shifts your focus from what am I missing to wow, look what I have or look what I'm gaining. You know, I've actually been journaling gratitude lately, and honestly, it's surprising me. Not just because I'm actually journaling, which is a surprise in and of itself, but for how it's changed the way I move in the world. It's not making my life perfect, but it is making me more present. It is setting a tone to my day. You know, I think of what I am grateful for right away when I wake up. Intentionally direct my thoughts. And some days I'm grateful for big things like clarity or community or the fact that I get to do this podcast with all of you. It's helping me notice tiny wins. It's anchoring my nervous system and it's making space for joy I wasn't noticing before. And some days I'm like, I am grateful for coffee or my dog, um, or the fact that I didn't say something unhinged in a meeting. Hey, balance, am I right? So, if you want to start your own gratitude practice, I want to recommend that you keep it simple. Think of one thing every morning, just one thing, or take it a step farther. Think of three things you're grateful for. And if you want to take it an even step farther, do the 3 by 3 method. You know, three things you're grateful for today, three things your future self will thank you for, three things that didn't go perfectly, but you're grateful for because you learned something, they taught you something. Personally, I'm very organic with my practice. And while I wake up and try to think of as many things as possible, I don't necessarily list them in my journal. I write some thoughts or quotes or things that I smile about. Look, the point is it doesn't need to be poetic. It just needs to be real and something that feels right for you. Okay, let's talk about the thing we might struggle to have gratitude about. Thanksgiving with family and alcohol because nothing tests your inner peace like the combination of an aunt asking why you aren't married, someone burning a pie, and your cousin handing you a mimosa at 11 a.m. like it's part of a personality trait or something. So let's talk about how to navigate all of that gracefully, confident, and undrunken. So, first things first, you gotta prep before you go. So, this is your permission slip to plan ahead. Bring your own alcohol free drinks. Eat before you show up so you're not overwhelmed and underfueled. Cement in your why before you walk in the door, even if your why is simply, I wanna feel good tomorrow. Maybe think about having an anchor person, someone you can text a gift of a burning turkey to when vibes get weird. Second, dial in a response that feels like you. So if someone offers you a drink, you're ready. It, excuse me. It could be a casual, oh, I'm good for now, or no thanks, I'm pacing myself. Or maybe you're owning your undrunkenness and it's a confident, I'm taking a break and it feels great. Or if you're channeling your sassy energy, it could be, no thanks, I'm high on life today, or, I'm trying something wild, clarity. And then there's always a clear, solid boundary, no thanks, I'm good. That's it. You don't owe anyone a fucking TED talk about your choices. I really love what my friend Katie from Costa Rica said in her interview, one of my first interviews. When she's offered a drink, she says, no thanks, I've had enough. And damn it, if that isn't just like the truest response, am I right? All right, so let's wrap it up with how to deal with those peer pressure hacks. Remember, most pressure is really just someone else being uncomfortable with their own choices or habits. We are often a mirror reflecting people's own choices back to them, and they don't always know what to do with that information. Bringing you back to what they are comfortable with is a default, it's not personal. So if during the gobbling someone starts trying to heat your gravy, I'm sorry, guys, I can't help but throw some Turkey Day puns in here. But if someone's trying to goat you, laugh a little, change the subject, ask them a question. People love talking about themselves. Hold something in your hand so you're not empty-handed. Excuse yourself, take a walk, go get a breather outside. Say you have a call if you need to. Set a time that you'll leave so you're not trapped in this purgatory feeling. You can always stay later if the vibes are jamming, but this gives you that out. This, really any celebration or gathering, is your holiday too. You don't need alcohol to belong at the table. You show up more fully without it. You wake up clear. You remember conversations. You are truly present. And you get your whole Friday. No hang anxiety. Ugh, that's a hard one. Hangover anxiety. No recovery cycle stealing your momentum. That right there is the real gift of an undrunken holiday. Before we wrap up, I want to take a moment right now and encourage you to ask yourself, what can I be grateful for this season that has nothing to do with alcohol? What clarity am I grateful for? What version of me is emerging right now? These These questions fuel transformation, hyper transformation. Y'all, whether this is your first alcohol free Thanksgiving or your 15th, you're doing something powerful. You're choosing presence, you're choosing clarity, you're choosing yourself. And that is something to be so damn proud of. You don't need anything in your glass to belong. You are the table, and I'm grateful for you. Until next time. Thanks for listening. If you enjoyed this episode, please share it with a friend. You can tag me on Instagram at Undrunken Podcast. I love hearing from you. Take care of yourself and keep making good choices.